So the first thing that I need to state is that there will be no screenshots presented in this video. There are so many screenshots that this video would turn into hours upon hours. So note that if anyone watches this video and happens to want screenshots, I can always privately message those to you. I'm just not going to include screenshots in this video because, again, it would drag on for hours. And I also need to note that any statements in this video would be considered, with regards to any legal proceedings, etc., would be considered claims or allegations. So this video is going to be about a person who goes by the name of Blaine Cardwell. And first off, I have only ever been in the same, other than court proceedings, I have only ever been around this person, like in the vicinity, in the same building and whatnot, as this same person, other than the court case, one time. And that was prior to the court case hearings. There were multiple because it kept getting continued. But anyways, so the way that I came to know Blaine is because he is friends with people in the local music scene, and I guess he might be in a band or two. I'm not positive. And I think maybe his father would allow him to put on like 4th of July concerts in their backyard in a field or something for like local bands could perform at. So that is his connection to the local North Carolina music scene. And he had expressed interest in coming to the second concert that I put on, because there were three that I ever put on. And so he had friends that were in one of the, at least one, maybe, yeah. He had friends in one of the bands that was playing the show. So, anyways, at the concert, he seemed to be enjoying himself. I mean, I've live streamed the concert, and again, he's in the video, in the live streams or in the videos, and he seemed to be enjoying himself. Zero complaints. After the fact, I had an issue, or she had an issue with me, rather. I think her name is Bree Noel or Nicole. I think it's Bree Noel Spilborn. Anyways, chick, as far as I know, only bartended at the venue, which was New York Pizza in Greensboro, North Carolina. Chick told me that the venue was hers, even though she was apparently just a bartender. I had to go through Chick to, with regards to booking my show at the venue. It was originally going to be at Downtown BMX in Summerfield, North Carolina, but last minute they made me switch venues. So then my dealings were with her. Anyways, because she, as far as I knew, during the concert, as far as I knew, she was a bartender at the venue, not the venue owner, even though she tried to pass herself off as the owner to me. But anyways, because I was under the impression that she was a bartender at the venue, I'm thinking to myself, like, the thought didn't even occur in my mind until after the fact, when she posed an issue. But it was just because of the work that I seen that she was doing, I figured she was just a bartender. So I don't know about you, but my general understanding is that when there's a venue and there are bartenders, they are employed by the venue. The venue would pay them, not me. It is not my job as the promoter to pay them. The venue would pay them. But after the concert, she starts blowing up my messages saying that I didn't pay her any money, and that I'm unprofessional, and that I'm banned from booking it at her venue or her establishment or whatever, and this, that, and the third. And so I guess their impression is that I work for free, and that I thought that they work for free. Um, I offered repeatedly to pay her. She would not allow me to. And then, like I stated, she banned me from the venue. So that was that. I don't recall how Blaine found out. I don't know if it was a message or a post or what, but he had found out about the incident and had basically sided with her. But anyways, so fast forward a bit. As far as I know, Blaine Cardwell is close friends with Courtney Breen, who is the girlfriend of Dylan McKay Jones, who is the guy who had sent me unsolicited lewds literally a week before they became Facebook official, which I had no idea about her, never flirted with him, never did anything. But anyways, and she had told him about the post, even though his name wasn't in it. But anyways, so Blaine was close friends with Courtney, who was Dylan's girlfriend. Blaine, as far as I know, is also close with a guy named Logan Wood, who I think is also close with Courtney and Dylan. But anyways, as far as I know, Blaine never posted any posts, comments, or anything like that with regards to me until the whole post about Dylan blew up. His girlfriend made him aware about the post, even though his name wasn't in it. I guess she recognized his bedroom in the picture, in the background of the picture. And so then after that, Blaine made it his personal mission, I guess, to dig up information about me. And so literally anywhere and everywhere that he could post, he was posting that I effed a 16-year-old, and that I'm a pedophile, and that I'm pedophilic, and that I have a continuous repeated history or whatever of pursuing underage people, minors, whatever, whatnot, this, that, and the third. And Logan tried to make me look like I was a pedophile just because I had liked his pictures and he was underage. This motherfucker, Logan, would try to get me to come to his band shows, okay? And he's a child, and I'm an adult, and I know that. I know that I'm an adult. I know that he's a child. I never once went to his band shows. I never flirted with him. It was literally just me when I heart react pictures, unless it's my boyfriend, it's literally to show support. It's not anything romantic. It's not anything flirty. It's not anything unprofessional or anything like that. It's literally just to show support. So let me make that clear. But Logan was basically trying to make me look like a pedophile on the status, and then I put him in his place because because everything was an issue with him. First, he tried to make me look like a pedophile. Then, he was talking about how I can't book shows to save my life. And I put him in his place. I'm like, have you ever been sent, unsolicited lewds or unsolicited nudes? Unless you haven't, then, you don't know how it feels, and you don't really have, a leg in this race, or a horse in this race, or a dog in this race, or whatever you want to call it. And that was that. But anyways, even after I blocked Blaine, he continued everywhere he could. And it got to the point where I don't think it was him, but one of his friends attempted to dox me. And threats were communicated with regards to myself. Threats were communicated towards me or directed at me. And so I was thinking to myself, if I go to any concerts in the future, what if Blaine's there? What is going to happen to me? And I was fearful for my safety. So because of the threats and all of that, and I've seen him at like I said, at that concert, and he's very physically aggressive and violent, and regardless of the intent, he could easily harm me if he wanted to. So I was advised of legally what to do so that he couldn't, legally he could not be in the vicinity of me, and I could feel somewhat safe in trying to go to concerts. And so, of course, during the court case, it kept getting continued. The first judge ended up recusing himself because he literally had zero knowledge of cyber crimes. I even brought the laws and the statutes to court to read. He would not allow me to read those. Then he recused himself. And the second judge basically heard there were two defendants, but he heard the other defendant, Ricky Ellis, excuse me, got him and Blaine Cardwell's names mixed together. But anyways, Ricky Ellis basically was complaining about how he could not afford to keep getting off of work and coming all the way out here for the case. So when the judge heard that, the judge just dismissed both cases because of, and so, and then also my legal aid attorney, she had a lot of cases. She spent maybe 10 minutes talking to me during one of the court dates outside the courtroom and then refused to help me. So anyways, the moral of this story is, even like before, during, and after the court case, and again, I have screenshots, apparently Blaine was still posting about me to the point where I'm not sure who, but someone reported, I guess, something that he posted, and so he was banned from Facebook for a week, which I find hilarious. That's karma. I think that's the only piece of karma that he got, because, you know, he was able to get out of it because of the judges and the lack of representation from my legal attorney and the fact that his father bought an attorney for him, who was extremely victim blaming, extremely rude, extremely unprofessional, interrupted me, and I wasn't having it. But I'm at 12 minutes, so I'm gonna go now.